Good afternoon and welcome to Lessons on Demand. Today is going to be brought to you by Mr. Fagioli. He is a Lely High School teacher. He's also a BTC and a Tech Club advisor. And also Adam Peterson, also a teacher at Lely High School and a swim coach and the Academy Director of the Academy of Information Technology. We're going to be talking about screencasting, and the reason we decided to come up with screencasting is because we were doing Adobe certifications and we wanted to get as many kids certified as possible. So the kids were pulling us in all different directions trying to remember what we did. So we figured a great idea to do would be able to, if we could record short little videos of the tools that they need for the test. So as you can see, our number of students that passed the certifications dramatically increased after we started doing these screencasts. There's a picture of our happy students. Okay. The goal of today is to introduce screencasting as an instructional tool and also to provide all participants with the knowledge they need to create a screencast. What is a screencast, you ask? A screencast is a recording of the computer screen activities with voice narration. You can also use a webcam, but we are not going to incorporate that today. Why should teachers know about screencasting? There's many benefits to it. One, students can work at their own pace. They can pause, rewind, and re-watch it as much as they need. Students that miss a class don't have to miss the lesson. If the teacher screencasts it, they can watch the lesson later on. Material can be revisited, and students can practice seeking out resources rather than being told what to do. Some relevant situations would be introducing an app or a piece of software to students, modeling something on the computer. Students can work at their own pace, and if a teacher is absent, they can record a message or a lesson from home and upload it to the students. The software we're going to be using today is going to be from screencast-o-matic.com, and there's a web version and a desktop version. Either one works fine. What do you need to create a screencast? Screencasts. These are some other screencasts that are available to you as a teacher. We like Screencast-O-Matic, but there's also Screener, Jing, OBT, and QuickTime. You will need a microphone. Okay, you can go from very cheap all the way up to high quality. And you can also use a webcam. That's it. It can be very inexpensive to do this. How do I record a screencast? The first thing you need to do is enable your microphone in the device settings, which is part of your control panel. You want to go ahead and familiarize yourself with the options in the controls. There's not many controls or options. I think if you play around with it a little bit, you'll understand them pretty easily, and if you mess up, you can always do it again. You can save your video or directly upload it to YouTube. You want to know the different file formats and the pros and cons of each. We will save ours typically as an MP4 format, but it gives you other formats as well. You can use the free version or you can pay. The only difference really, the free version works fine, but you will have the watermark and some limitations. But for most of your needs, the free version will work just fine. How do you publish your screencast so your students can see it? Is you can post them and use them however you would like. Now, school-based storage will be your most secure and private, but there is no access for students at home, so they would only be able to view it at school. And it gives you no data on how many students are viewing your actual recordings. You can also stream it from the internet, which is easy and familiar with the students. Typically, YouTube is the best way to do this. However, there are school-friendly hosting sites like TeacherTube and SchoolTube, but those do not work typically as well as YouTube does. Now, to publish your screencast so your students can see it, you will need to upload your video to YouTube. It takes time for uploading and also processing it, but it's easy video management, plus it gives you some data. You're able to see how many people are viewing your videos that you are creating. You can also create a unique YouTube address so your students will remember where to go. Okay, this presentation was made available using the following link, and you could click on it to follow it or download it. If you have questions, feel free to email Mr. Fagioli or myself. We hope that you find this screencast informative and useful in your class. Thank you for your time.